everyone, I'm Shannon Slatton. Every day our news team is out in your community bringing you stories from the place where you call home. Here's a look at today's stories. And remember, you can always find more on our website, ccxmedia.org.
July 1st, a new Minnesota law went into effect, making insulin more affordable. A Brooklyn Park family whose son is diabetic says this is great news, but they worry a last-minute lawsuit might really mess things up. Zion McCoy is a rambunctious, happy-go-lucky 9-year-old. The Brooklyn Park fourth grader was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when he was 6, but it doesn't stop him from playing his favorite sport, although he might have to take a break when his blood sugar drops.
Just makes me feel like I'm low of energy, just like makes me kind of sleepy.
People with type 1 diabetes don't produce insulin, so Osseo gets his insulin through a pump that pushes the hormone through his body.
This is where my insulin comes through, and then it comes in the tube, and then it goes through here.
This is $340 for this tiny little bottle of insulin.
Osseo's mom, Tammy Callahan, says without insurance, his medicine would cost around $1,000 per month. That amount includes insulin and other medical supplies.
This is a glucagon pen, and this is if his blood sugar would ever drop to a significantly low number, which is very dangerous and he could go into a coma. Then we would need to give him a shot of this.
The new program would give thousands of diabetics in Minnesota peace of mind. The law allows qualifying patients who have fewer than 7 days worth of insulin on hand to purchase a one-time 30-day supply for $35 or less.
At least there's a fallback program. There's still definitely a lot of things that need to be corrected to make it available to everybody. I believe that insulin should be available to anyone. It's a necessity to live.
Callahan is worried the law might not stand the test of time. Just hours before the law went into effect, Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America filed a lawsuit saying the Insulin Affordability Act violates the Constitution.
It seems absolutely ridiculous to me that they would even consider this as a problem for their company.
But for now, she's glad there's a system in place if they need it. In Brooklyn Park, Sandra Goins, CCX News.
I'm Eric Nelson for CCX News. Today we're at Hennepin Tech in Brooklyn Park, where in the wake of the George Floyd tragedy, donations are necessary in Minneapolis to help people get through this crisis. And joining us now, Lisa Chiava from Hennepin Tech. And I know a couple of fundraisers that this school has started and trying to get people to donate and help out.
Yeah, we're really excited that we're able to invite the community to participate with the college campus. We don't have very many events, not enough events like that, so we're really excited that people are donating items.
Yeah, because of COVID-19, not a lot of people in the building, but you still have folks who want to drive up, drop off, and do their part, don't you?
That's right. A lot of destruction took place with businesses being affected first and foremost, but also some community organizations. So we're asking people to donate non-perishable food items, cleaning supplies, and also toiletries. And we're going to make sure that those items get to people in need.
And this is over a month ago now, but there are still people who need this stuff, don't they?
That is such a good point. You know, right after all the events took place, there was a lot of energy. You saw people showing up with brooms and rakes and power tools and so forth. But the amount of destruction, it's really going to be a long-term effort. So the need is going to be there many months going forward. So we want to just continue the momentum with this curbside donation.
And 38th in Chicago, Ground Zero, where George Floyd was killed, not too far away from where we're standing here in Brooklyn Park. What's been the impact here on campus?
You know, Hennepin Technical College is one of the most diverse college campuses in Minnesota. So for our students and our faculty, the issues around social justice, they feel really personal. So there was really a sense after it happened that we want to do something substantive. And we're going to work on a long-term list of items, but in the meantime, we want to do something immediate and address immediate needs.
And perhaps some new curriculum down the road?
That's right. We're looking at a lot of different options, so stay tuned. We're going to have some exciting announcements.
All right, thanks, Lisa, and we hope you get a lot of good donations. That's Lisa Chiava from Hennepin Tech. I'm Eric Nelson in Brooklyn Park for CCX News.
We have an urgent need for all blood types.
In the summer months, getting people to donate blood can be challenging.
And this year is no exception amid the coronavirus pandemic and now amid the 4th of July holiday as well.
Erica Beege of Memorial Blood Centers says they currently have less than a 3-day supply of all blood types.
Just give us a call. Our number is 651.
Which is why they're putting out the call for donors over the 4th of July weekend.
With so many blood drive cancellations due to COVID in the past months have really impacted the supply because more than half of the blood that we collect comes from those drives.
Yet there are still some people
Absolutely.
who aren't letting a pandemic or summer vacation plans prevent them from coming in.
Right now I've been coming much more frequently because the need is great.
Colleen Bokey stopped in this week to donate platelets. As a way to thank her and other donors for their generosity, MBC is giving out free t-shirts. Although Colleen will be the first to admit that a free shirt wasn't her primary motivator.
In our family, we've had several cancer patients, and those are some of the people who benefit from having platelet donations. So that's a real big motivator for me.
MBC also has safeguards in place like temperature checks and mask requirements to alleviate concerns people may have about catching COVID-19. The hope here is that other people will follow Colleen's lead.
It can benefit several people for each time that you donate.
In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.
Summer basketball camps, clinics, and leagues have been hit hard by the COVID-19 situation. But as Jason Malillo reports, there's been some return to hoops activity.
Midwest 3-on-3 basketball clinics at Maple Grove Junior High School are bringing kids back to the court.
Oh, I've missed it a lot.
In the world of COVID-19, things are a bit different. Temperature checks and hand sanitizer are required to get into the building, and coaches are constantly encouraging kids to stay 6 feet apart.
And then once they get here, it's no contact. So everyone's in a pod of 9 or less, and they stay to their court. So they bring their bags right to their court. There's no common areas or common spaces. There's no contact in our drills, and we're keeping kids as spaced out as we can. And they're in and out in about 50 minutes. So we feel like this is the safest way to kind of take phase 1 back in with, and we've had a lot of success. So it's been a lot of fun so far.
I like just meeting up with my friends that I haven't seen in a long time. I remember my first day coming here. I met a friend here that he goes to AAU with me, and I never knew I'd see him here, and it was so fun just getting to be back with kids and everything. It was amazing.
A lot of the coaches here are former high school and college players who attended these camps when they were kids. Ian Smith graduated from Champlain Park in 2014 and now plays professional basketball overseas.
It's as simple as giving back, honestly. You know, it's always fun because I grew up going to these camps as well. So being able to bring my knowledge with my basketball career and give it back to the kids and everything like that, and just having fun with it is the biggest thing with these things. So that's been the biggest thing for me, having fun and just giving back.
These are uncertain times, and Midwest 3-on-3 is doing its best to provide a safe and healthy and fun environment for teaching basketball. The smiles on the kids' faces suggest it's working. Jason Malillo, CCX Sports.
With our hot and muggy week, ice rinks aren't a bad place to be. The Wayzata girls hockey team was back on the ice prior to the mandated 4th of July blackout period. Let's just say they're glad to be back. The Wayzata girls hockey players are thrilled that arenas have opened and summer sessions are on.
Oh, it's amazing. It's the best feeling. Like, during quarantine, you're working on stick work, you're staying fit, staying conditioned, and then getting back on the ice. It's just a dream. Love it.
Yeah, it's been awesome. During quarantine, I was like stir crazy, and all I wanted to do is get back on the ice, so I'd go rollerblading. But now that we're back on the ice, it's really nice to be like focusing more on skill work.
When arenas closed in March due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it meant no opportunity to skate for a while, which did lead to a little rust for the Trojans.
The first time, personally, I got back on the ice, I just fell right forward because, well, I'd been on my rollerblades, so there's not the rock. But yeah, there's definitely a little bit of rust that I had to kick off.
Obviously, we've been breaking off some rust having some good wipeouts and some good laughs, but overall it's just been super fun to get back at it and continue working toward our goal.
I thought we'd be rustier. Like, you know, first 10 minutes you're like, whoa, this might be a little tough. But honestly, second practice, we were right back in full swing and we're looking good.
Rules related to the coronavirus have changed summer hockey a little.
You know, the main thing is a lot of skill work. Obviously, if we can only have 20 people on the ice. Yep, we can't scrimmage or do anything like that, but you know, that's okay. Right now, it's good that we're focusing on the skill work, and as the summer goes on and restrictions are lifted, we'll be able to do more game-like stuff.
Wayzata had a strong season last winter and beat Blake to reach the Section 6AA championship game, where they gave Edina a great battle. It's an important summer to build on that run.
Oh, it's super important. We can't slow down. We made it to the section final, which was amazing. This is the time where we really got to step it up and win that game coming up here.
They've been there, they've experienced what it's like to be in a section final, and you know that they're not satisfied with it. They want to make it to state, and you can tell that they're putting in that work.
They missed being on the ice, and the enthusiasm for summer hockey is high for the Wayzata girls.